Three health benefits of eating natto at night by Natto King. That's something I'd like to talk about today, so stick around. Hi, my name is Sachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of the Ikigai Diet and Ikigai Bio-Hacking. Right. Okay, so I have been sharing with you about natto in this channel. Yeah, I've been introducing some natto recipes and natto health benefit and so on. Okay, so today I'd like to share with you the fact that it is good to eat natto at night. And I'll give you 3 reasons why. Okay, so in the video I shared with you before called 5 health benefits that make natto the king of superfoods. Yeah, I shared with you 5 health benefits, and these are: it helps your longevity, it contributes to stronger bones, it helps your blood flow, it boosts your immune system, and it helps your skin. Right. So out of those 5 benefits, 3 and 5, yeah, it helps your blood flow and it helps your skin apply to the 3 health benefits of eating natto at night. So these are 2 of them. Okay. So 1, it helps your blood flow. Now, this is due to an enzyme called nattokinase, which is contained in natto. Now, studies show that nattokinase dissolves blood clots, which helps maintain good blood vessel structure, improved blood flow, and lower the risk of heart disease. It can also help lower your blood pressure, reducing strain on the heart that can lead to heart attacks. Right. So, in other words, nattokinase is said to protect us from blood clotting. And blood clotting often occurs at night during your sleep because you don't ingest liquid during your sleep. Yeah. And nattokinase is said to work 10 to 12 hours after ingesting. Therefore, by eating natto at night, you can make it work just around the same time when you're sleeping. Yeah. So let's say if you finish your dinner at 7 o'clock, yeah, you finish eating natto at 7, yeah, and then so 12 hours after means 7 a.m., right? So if you go to bed at 11 and you sleep for 8 hours, you sleep from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. So during that time, nattokinase is working. It is often said that nattokinase begins working after 4 hours of eating. Therefore, the time when you go to bed, it begins working and it continues all the way until you wake up. This is the perfect timing to consume natto. Yeah. And 2, it helps your skin. Now, in the other video, the 5 health benefits that make natto the king of superfood, I mentioned this PQQ, which is like a peroroquinone. Yeah, and natto contains this, and it helps to maintain healthy, smooth skin. So this time, it's not a story of PQQ, but something else. So skin repairs occur during your sleep, and growth hormone is released. And natto contains vitamin B and arginine, which helps this process. Therefore, it is considered that eating natto at night can help your skin to become smooth. Yeah. And 3, it helps prevent catching a cold. Now, viruses become active in your mouth during your sleep. This is because the amount of saliva released is decreased. Yeah. And then, so dipicolonic acid, yeah, dipicolonic acid contained in natto can fight against viruses. Therefore, it is considered to help you prevent from catching any kind of infectious diseases, really, basically. And you don't want to catch a cold in the wintertime because when you catch a cold, it's the beginning of any kind of a disease, because cold can develop into other disease too. Yeah. In fact, I have not caught a cold at all in the last maybe 6 or 7 years. Yeah. Since I began practicing the Ikigai diet, I have never caught a cold. Yeah. Before I maybe caught a cold once or twice a year, every winter. Yeah. At least once. Yeah. But yeah, it stopped happening. Yeah, which is incredible. Like I have not actually caught any single disease in the last 7 years. Yeah, yeah. Um, but this is not only due to eating natto, from other activities as well. Right. So how to optimize your natto eating at night? So in order to activate nattokinase, there are a few things you need to be careful. One, take natto out of the fridge 20 minutes before eating. Yeah, this is both for nattokinase and natto jam. Yeah. Um, yeah. So when natto is in the fridge, it kind of a natto jam is sort of sleeping, but when it becomes the room temperature, it begins activating again, and you can kind of leave somewhere around like 20 minutes to make it reactivated. Yeah, right. And also, when you do that, when you take the natto out of the fridge, you kind of mix them. You sort of mix them, yeah, many times, maybe 100 times or something, and before you leaving in the room temperature. Yeah, so you take the natto out of the fridge, you mix them, and then leave the natto for 20 minutes before eating. The next thing is don't heat natto, because nattokinase is destroyed by heat above 50 degrees centigrade, which is 122 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, you don't want to heat natto if you want to keep nattokinase. Yeah, and eat natto with negi, spring onions, which contain aryl sulfide, which also help prevent blood clotting. So, it goes well with negi. Yeah. If I shared with you how to make negi natto in the video called How to Eat Natto, the Basics by Natto King. And then also it is good to eat natto with kimuchi, which contains capsaicin, which helps blood flow. Yeah. So you can have natto with negi and kimchi. Yeah. And how to make kimchi natto, I also shared a video with you before. It's called how to make kimchi natto to activate autophagy by Natto King. By the way, autophagy is cellular recycling system, which is critical for longevity. Now, autophagy is talked about a lot in the field of health and longevity now, because it is one of the key elements for longevity. So you want to, learn about autophagy. I've made many videos about autophagy, including Hare and intermittent fasting. Yeah, right. And yeah, and so what I'm saying. Right, yeah. Because fermented food can help autophagy. Both kimchi and natto can activate autophagy because natto contains something called spermidine. Yeah, spermidine can activate autophagy, and therefore that's another reason it is good to eat natto at night, because uh, the autophagy is activated during your sleep. Yeah, and many people who promote intermittent fasting recommend that you include your sleeping hours in your fasting window. So if you practice 16 hours fasting or 17 hours fasting, you want to skip breakfast or dinner just to include sleeping hours in your fasting window. Yeah, and because autophagy activate during your sleep. So if you eat spermidine for dinner, and then that can activate autophagy during your sleep, that even add further benefit. Yeah, right. So in many ways, yeah, eating natto at night has many benefits, right? All right. So to sum up, yeah, the three benefits of eating natto at night are: it helps your blood flow, it helps your skin, and it helps prevent catching a cold. Right. Okay. And the Ikigai Diet, yeah, my book, yeah. So natto is a Japanese superfood, yeah. If you want to learn about Japanese healthy culture and natural food, culture, please read this book because it contains many other information about Japanese kind of secret, yeah, including Ichibutsu Zentai Shoku, Shindo Fuji, Ichiju Sansai, Mago Yasashi, and Hare and K. I did mention Hare and K. Did I? Did I mention Hare and K intermittent fasting? Maybe I didn't. Yeah, but Hare and K is one of the Japanese secrets to health. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So Hare and K intermittent fasting. I made a video about it too. So yeah. I did mention about it, didn't I? Yeah. I mentioned the name, the video title. There's a video called Hare and K Intermittent Fasting. Please watch it. And also, I wrote another book called Ikigai Bio-Hacking, biohacking based on Japanese natural health. It contains a detailed information about Hare and K intermittent fasting and intermittent fasting in general, how to optimize your intermittent fasting, like what hours, like how many hours of fasting is optimal and what time to do is good and what to eat after after fasting and so on. Yeah, so please read Ikigai Bio-Hacking for that. Okay, so thank you for watching. Yeah, oh yeah, one more thing. So although I do eat natto at night, sometimes I eat natto for lunch. Yeah, and there's a reason for it. So in the next video, I'll share with you why I sometimes eat natto for lunch. All right. So thank you for watching. Um, yeah, if you like this video, please give me your thumb up and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, please hit the subscribe button. Yeah, and also please leave your comment about your natto eating. Yeah, do you eat natto? Yeah, if you do, when do you eat natto? Do you eat natto for breakfast, lunch, or dinner? Yeah, how often you eat natto and so on. Please leave your experiences in the comment section below. All right. Okay, so I will see you in the next video. Live with your Ikigai.